today. Well, welcome everyone to Marketing Matters. I'm Sarah Touchstone with Landmark Title. This is our weekly webinar where we bring you the best marketing tips in the industry. But now that we've been doing this for quite a while, we've been doing Marketing Matters since pretty much the beginning of the pandemic. We have an incredible platform to give you even more information and to bring you more ideas about not only how to market your real estate business, but also how to become involved. And that's involved in your community. As real estate agents, you guys are the rainmakers. You are the people that are basically out there building your community. That's right. When you help people buy and sell homes, you are essentially placing them in communities and building the communities. A lot of times too, you're also that resource for people within these communities, especially as we have people that are moving here from out of state. You become their number one resource on amenities and schools and, things to do in the area. So we have such a great opportunity. And one of the great opportunities we have in this industry is also to give back to our community. It just kind of continues going around and around and around. So to whom much is given, much is expected. So today we have Dawn Marie Rapaport from H.E.L.P, the Homeless Engagement Lift Partnership, on with us today. H.E.L.P is so near and dear to our hearts here at Landmark Title. I've had the pleasure in the past of actually being on the board of directors of H.E.L.P and getting just a first-hand experience at how they make a difference in the community and what they're out there doing. And Landmark Title, I'm so grateful because giving back and being involved in the community has always been at the root of our company. And through H.E.L.P, we are having more and more opportunities presented to us to take this platform and share it with so many of you. And so it's wonderful to actually have Dawn Marie on Marketing Matters today to share a little bit more, because you guys have probably seen some of our things that we've been doing. Last year, we did Adopt a Family during the holidays, and guess what? We're gonna do it again. And we've become one of their elite members. And we were honored to be a part of that, and we're honored to help support the mission. So with that being said, I'm gonna stop screen sharing so that Dawn Marie can hop on here. But I wanted to have her on to tell a little bit about her background, her passion, and just kind of a little bit about our partnership and how this is going to positively impact all of us, really. All right, Dawn Marie, take it away.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, I want to say, for one, thank you, Sarah, so much for having me on. Thank you for taking the time. It's just, I feel honored to be here with you. So thank you so much for that. Thank you for everything Landmark has done for H.E.L.P and all the impact that you guys make in the community. And it is a community, and you hit it right on. We all need to work together. We all need to make a difference, and we all have a purpose. Just like all of the agents that are on here, all of anybody that's watching this, everybody has a reason and a purpose. And you think about it, a real estate agent is day to day out in the community, seeing and doing. And so you can have firsthand of being able to share with people of what you're doing out in the community, not only helping them buy and sell, but you're helping them in so many other ways, finding ways, resources that they might need, finding how they can volunteer, how they can bless others by helping their community. So I'd like to go with why I do what I do. I think that that's kind of an important thing for everybody, is to know our whys and our purpose. So for me, I was born and raised here in Arizona, and I was one of the homeless children that was out in the valley for the ages of 5 years old to 15, off and on. And when I say homeless, as a child, you don't really understand that. That word doesn't sink in. And think about, sometimes children just know this is what they have to do. This is what they're following. This is the direction they need to go in, and they just do it. But it was very difficult. Sometimes it was fun and exploring, but a lot of times it wasn't. So a child doesn't really understand that they're homeless. And there's over 9,000 children here in our community that is homeless. When I was off and on, I would say that I've lived pretty much everywhere. But I was one that lived, maybe I had to stay in a car. We had to stay at parks. The worst thing I could tell you was strangers' homes. And strangers' homes, you follow their guidelines. And I always tell people I was a cute little girl, and unfortunately got taken advantage of. And I had to go through things that I didn't quite understand as a child, and schools were crazy. I was in and out of schools probably anywhere from 4 to 6 times a year, going back and forth in some parts of my childhood. And going in, the teachers didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know where to place me. They just had no idea. So they would throw me in these regular classes, and which was really hard on me, because can you imagine how behind I was going through that many classes and that many schools, not having friends, getting bullied because I had to wear the same clothes, or I couldn't take clean up and take a bath or shower. I would walk in schools and I would be in a daze, because I'd have to remember what school I was at and where my classrooms were. I was more worried about that and what was going to happen to me when I left than anything else. So school itself was not particularly high on my ranking, except one subject that I always say that I loved, and that was lunch. So lunch was always a big part of it, and I'll get to why I do that, or what I do now because of lunch. And I would say that as I was getting older, dealing with a lot, I was still not understanding why I was going through with what I was going through. And I had some good times too. Don't get me wrong. I had, my mom, I had a brother, but there was a lot of things that really impacted my childhood. So how I got out of my situation was, at the age of 15, I got married, and that was my out. So I will tell you though, and you guys will appreciate this, at the age of 17, I tried to buy my first home. That's how ambitious I was. I got married, held a couple of jobs. I did everything I was supposed to. The age of 17, I said, I want to buy a house. I got all the way up to the closing table and they told me I was too young. So go figure. So I figured you'd appreciate that. So I couldn't buy my first house, but it took me from there. I was very ambitious and I never forgot my childhood. but I kind of put it in the back burner. I knew that I needed to succeed, and everything I did pretty well at, I would say, but something was missing. And when I was older in life, much older, say like 9, 10 years ago, I still was missing this purpose, and I couldn't quite understand what it was, and it changed my life in one day. I was going down the street. I seen a homeless guy, had a sign, and his sign said, all I'm looking for is some water. And at that moment, I was just like, it felt like literally God pulled my heart and said, I have your purpose. I have it for you. And it was then that I knew that when I pulled across the street, and I cried for my whole childhood for about 45 minutes, I knew that I needed to do something. And we see homeless people all the time, but this particular time, it just hit me. And I went home and I told my husband, I said, we're going to change the world. And he, of course, went, all right, what are we going to do? And I didn't know what that looked like, except that I knew I needed to help. I needed to help the community. So I didn't know what this was going to look like. I just started helping. I started doing things. I started going door to door, knocking on doors, looking for toiletry items so I could give it to the homeless. Then within a very short amount of time, and we started up our nonprofit, we started working with the schools, the homeless advocates in the schools. And when we were working with the schools, we knew my favorite subject, lunch, there was a gap for kiddos going to school, leaving the school grounds, and not getting supper, not getting anything until the next following day when they went back to school. So it was very important for us to develop something, which we developed H.E.L.P snacks. H.E.L.P snacks is a nutritional, sorry about that, a nutritional bag of food that homeless, at-risk, and displaced children get every day from school. We are now in 19 school districts. And when school ended, we were doing, I think we were right at that, I want to say 22 or 24,000 bags of food a month out to the homeless, displaced, and at-risk kids in our school districts. So we have much more to do. We have so many things, and all of our bags have inspirational sayings on them that we have volunteers, we have groups, churches, clubs, chapters that write on these bags on the outside of them to inspire these children. And we just do so much for the community because of you guys, for people that want to get involved. And there's so many places, so many where you can get involved and jump in. We started another thing, and it's called Reach, and we've done it for 8 years or so. So our nonprofit's been going for 8 years. We started it's Reach, which is to help our community and get involvement in our community. And this last year, since COVID hit, we were like, how is this going to look? We usually do like 5 or 6 events in a very short amount of time in November. But this year, how are we going to do this? So we always did adopt a family, but we decided to take it to the next level. And when we took it to the next level, we were basically asking our community to help to adopt families that were in need. And boy, did we get a response from both the people that needed it, the families that needed it. We were already serving. These are families that were I mean, so many people were affected by COVID, but we were able to help these families that were in restaurant businesses, hospitalities, that just completely lost their jobs, had nothing, and was paycheck to paycheck and having to struggle. So we were able to come in and help them and their family to help them with the needs like tennis shoes, socks for the kids. You know, just, I mean, we had teenagers asking for toiletry items. So it was such a thing that we wanted to continue to do. And we ended up, and that's where Landmark Title came in right at the tail end and scooped in and picked up a bunch of families to help us. But we ended up helping over 75 families last year with our Adopt a Family. And this year it has grown. So right before school ended, all of the displaced, at-risk, and homeless children went up in the school districts that we help, went up in volume of 56% needing help. Unbelievable. So for us, we knew that how are we going to do this year? So Landmark Title approached us and basically said, we want to partner with you and we want to help you with this, because we know we're going to have at least a couple hundred, maybe even 250 families that we could impact and help this Christmas. And so I'm very excited about that, to have them get involved and be able to help us continue. So we have, again, so many different ways to impact. And what I say to you today is, whatever it is, get involved. Help your community, be a part. It goes so much further. Everything you do to help somebody else, it comes back twofold. We know that. It helps, whether whatever it is, it always comes back. So I would say just get involved and help your community. So I don't know, Sarah, is there anything else that
That was awesome. It is. It like I said, I mean, it's funny, you know, to have, you know, this is a marketing platform, and, you know, we don't always necessarily think about being involved in doing charity work as an opportunity, but in real estate, everything is an opportunity. And, you know, we are very, very blessed here in the Phoenix area, to be in such a booming market, and to have the ability, like I said, to build up these communities and whatnot. And it's so important to be involved, just, you know, from the heart. But it also is great from a business standpoint too, to be able to be out there in your community and to show that you are doing more than yourself. I think that that's one of the best things you can do to break the stigma of, you know, the greedy sleazeball, you know, salesy real estate agent. Because I know for me, like, before I got into the real estate industry, I didn't even have like the highest opinion of real estate agents. But after being in the real estate industry for several years, real estate agents, they are some of the most generous, the most kind, the most amazing, the most involved people in their communities that I have ever met. And it is because a lot of times they're the people that go more than one step with you. They go 2 steps, 3 steps, 10 steps with you and your family to, you know, do whatever needs to be done. And so I think, like I said, it's a great way to really get involved. I know that we've been so excited to be involved with H.E.L.P and Landmark Title. And there's going to be some amazing things that we're going to continue doing together this year. So thank you, Dawn Marie. If anybody has any questions, she did put her contact information in the chat window, and we'll be letting you guys know about upcoming things that we have going on with H.E.L.P. So I'm going to go ahead and get us wrapped up today. If there are not any questions, we've got some amazing classes coming up. Let me see if I can play there. Oh, there we go. All right. So tomorrow we actually have Market Insights. This is our monthly market stats class, but it's so much more than just stats. It is a window into our real estate market. We all know inventory is low. We all know that people are moving here, but what does this all mean? And how can you get better prepared with the information for your clients? So you'll want to join us. This is tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. If you need the link, let us know. Now we've got a couple of 1031 exchange classes coming up. Why are we doing so many of these? Because this is what's happening right now. We're getting a lot of out-of-state buyers from California and whatnot, and they're wanting to use 1031 exchanges. But I learned this in actually helping out with the 1031 exchange class. You've got to get this 1031 exchange ready to rock and roll right off the bat before you do anything else. So if you are not familiar with 1031 exchanges, or you want a little refresher on it, because odds are good you're going to be presented with this, make sure you get on one of these 1031 exchange classes. We've got one coming up next week, Wednesday, June 9th. This will be at 2 p.m. and this is going to be on Zoom. And then let me go ahead and just let you guys, since I'm talking about the 1031 exchanges, there's going to be another Zoom on June 21st at 1 p.m. So two great opportunities. I know we're busy with travel and everything this summer. So these Zooms are still going on, and it's a great opportunity to get in there and get this information. Not once this month, but twice, because it's really that big. And then next week, we've got our third edition of the Realtor Mind Tricks Mastermind Group. So it was on Tuesdays, but because it's a mastermind, we took a collective vote on with everybody who was attending and said, okay, if Tuesdays don't work for you, what day is better? So this is going to be Thursdays at 10 a.m. This one is in person. It's at the atrium at Arrowhead on the 4th floor. If you have not been to one of these masterminds yet, but you are interested in attending, just let us know. We'll get you caught up and get you there. It's a really great way. The Realtor Mind Tricks series is about creating brand ambassadors with your sphere of influence. So basically teaching the people around you how to effectively give referrals. It's a pretty awesome series. We'll probably run it again too, I'm thinking in the fall. So be on the lookout for that. And then, as always, Patty has her HUD class coming up. This is a monthly class on Thursday, June 24th. This is at 11 a.m. and it's on Zoom as well for all of you busy traveling people. So if you're interested in HUD, let us know and we'll get you signed up for that. And that's it for us today. Thank you, of course, to Dawn Marie for coming on and sharing a little bit more. I hope that you guys are inspired. I know every time that I hear her story, it always just, it continues to resonate, and it continues to fuel me to continue doing the things that I'm doing as well out there. And thank you, of course, to our business development managers, Beth, Becky, Melinda, Mary, Eric in Las Vegas, Zach, Patty, Michael, and Jessica. You guys inspire me as well. You all are awesome. If you need any more information about how to get involved with H.E.L.P or any of your marketing, please reach out to these guys. They are fabulous. They are the movers and shakers in our real estate community. And thank you, of course, to Landmark Title for allowing us to bring you Marketing Matters every Wednesday. We have 6 offices across the valley to serve you, as well as a Las Vegas office. So if you know any agents up in the Las Vegas office or Las Vegas area, please send them our way. We love, love, love doing escrows with you. We love closing your deals. We love partnering with you. Landmark Title is not just a paper pusher. We are an industry partner. We love our real estate agents. We love our real estate community. And I think that, you know, like I said, having our partnership with H.E.L.P just means that we really do consider ourselves to be more than just a title and escrow company. We really are part of your real estate community and would love the opportunity to work with you. So that's it for us today. Once again, Dawn Marie, thanks for being on. Thanks seeing everybody. I hope to see everybody tomorrow at 9:30 as well for Market Insights. If you can't make it live, reach out to your business development manager and they'll get you a copy of the recording. That's all for us today.